one of the things that attracted me to work in the financial industry was that I couldn't be fired. Now, it sounds bad to say that, but I came from a construction background where when a job was finished, half the crew got fired. Or so I remember it snowed one day and then we got fired. And I remember I asked questions of my employer saying like, how do you bid these jobs? Could you teach me a little bit more about the back end? And I got fired. And when I first looked at this industry, they said, we don't fire people because we put them on commission. And what commission meant was, if you work very hard, we pay you more money. But if you don't work very hard, we pay you less money, but you control the pace. And they said, because you suck at this and you start off with no skill and you have no market and no background, you could keep your job. And they started me on a part-time basis or transitioning basis. So I wasn't putting my family at risk whatsoever. I was just putting my weekend at risk or my evening at risk or my day off at risk, or if it were in construction, my winter at risk. And so I took no risk and I started to learn how to be competitive and get results and learn customer service and learn the right product for the right client. I fell in love with an industry that I thought I could do this for a long time, because if things for me got slow, I wasn't going to get terminated. And for me, I think it's a deep industry where you could come in here and learn to compete. And I think there's a place for everybody. And now I don't think everybody should be coming full-time, running it as a career. But I think, hey, if you're not happy with your career, look at our career. Reach out to me and say, I'd like to look at it. And we have an onboarding process and a training process. They took a guy like me where my best skill before I came here was to push a wheelbarrow. That was it. I could pile it with concrete and push it better than everybody. But that was how I was competing. And I could compete with the guy beside me, but I didn't start off with any communication skill. I just had a strong back and could push a wheelbarrow. And I didn't want to do that forever. And I knew, I used to think it's a stable job, but I always got laid off. How could it be a stable job when I was always getting laid off? And now I feel like I have a stable career because I'm never getting laid off. If you think you're going to get laid off in the future, reach out to me. Let's get you set up before you get laid off.